Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is JC, the bald hearing guy, and I have a quick video, and it's to talk about free hearing evaluations. Recently, I've always seen providers say, like, avoid free hearing evaluations. They're just trying to sell you a thing. And recently, and I actually have agreements with this, but I also disagree, which is the reason for this video. I recently saw Dr. Cliff do a video about this, and I follow Dr. Cliff. I think what he's done for informing consumers about best practices and finding the highest level of hearing healthcare is excellent. But I don't really agree with this video that he posted because he didn't say always, but he's almost alluding to when you're going to a provider that does this, you're not getting quality hearing healthcare. And that's not necessarily true because I am a provider that offers free hearing evaluations, and I'm one of the loudest voices when it comes to on this platform, on social media, talking about, hey, get electroacoustic analysis, real ear measurement, go to a provider that isn't owned by one, that doesn't sell locked hearing aids, that is going to refer out whenever there's medical concerns. So, but yet I do offer free hearing evaluations in our practice. Let me tell you a little bit about why. I'm a hearing aid specialist, nationally board certified. I am not an audiologist, right? So when someone has Medicare, an audiologist can bill Medicare for the hearing evaluation, but a hearing aid specialist cannot. Furthermore, we're in Central Florida. We're in Altamonte Springs area, and there's a very, very large Medicare Advantage population here. And Medicare Advantage plans, almost all of them, if not all, offer free hearing evaluations through channels like Nation's Hearing, True Hearing, United Healthcare Hearing, and all these others, right? Now, I'm not a fan of those models, but patients do have access to them. I, as a provider, had opted out of almost all what we call third-party payers because they do dictate the level of hearing healthcare that the patient gets, and it doesn't align with what I provide to my patients here. However, we did onboard a new provider, and I would say that managed care is also great for someone for a business that is starting and trying to see patients, try to establish themselves in the community. And because of this, we've actually opened up more of our managed care appointments with that second provider. I do see managed care as well. We do offer them best practices in hearing healthcare, things like real ear and the things that the insurance doesn't cover, but these are out-of-pocket expenses. In that conversation, like in the video, it's almost like he even says like a timeshare, right? Like you get it for free, but there's a hook, like they're going to get you. And I completely disagree. Just this morning, I referred out to Citrus Hearing, which is one of the best practices in our area, and she's with Dr. Laura Patizzi. And I referred a patient just this morning for auditory processing disorder. The patient came in with symptoms of hearing loss, did very poorly on her hearing handicap inventory. Well, not very. It was moderate on her hearing handicapped inventory for adult screening, right? But outside of all that, she's reporting loss of hearing. She's reporting disconnecting at work, disconnecting with her family. She cried, I cried, there were hugs, it was everything. And I told her, you're not a candidate for hearing aids right now. She had normal hearing, but there's more to your story. No one should feel the way that you should feel. So I got her to a provider that specializes in that. And that was in Citrus Hearing in this scenario. I am pretty loud on these channels talking about whenever we refer patients to ear, nose, and throat, which we do quite a bit of because if there's a medical concern, we send them out. I am a small business owner. My reputation is everything. We do everything to do the best for our patients, and we do also offer free hearing evaluation. So I don't want people that see that sort of video be discouraged of like, oh, I must have gotten somewhere, I must have gone somewhere and not had excellent care because it was free for that first evaluation. And I just want to give you guys some confidence in that. And if you're looking for a hearing healthcare provider, do look for ones that follow best practices. Dr. Cliff's Network Hearing Up, he has a whole list with a zip code, and he'll track it down. But if you don't have access to that, if you don't know that, call your providers. Ask, do they do real ear measurement? Do they offer a complete hearing evaluation? Do they do electroacoustic analysis? There's a whole list, and I'd be happy to provide it if anyone reaches out, of things to ask that can help you sort of filter like who is just selling you a hearing aid and who is looking out for what's best for your hearing healthcare. But I have to, I had to come on here and say that it depends. Really, there's markets that are so competitive, like Central Florida, that whenever someone like me says we're going to charge for hearing evaluation, which we did try actually last year, the amount of pushback that we had, because patients have all of these competitors. There's so much noise in this space, and so many people that do offer them for free, and their managed care, and their insurance, and everyone's saying it's free. Yes, as a provider, you should charge for your time. I aspire to charge for every hearing evaluation appointment, but at this time I do not. And yeah, that doesn't mean that we're not doing what is right for that patient. I think patients should continue to be informed. They should ask better questions, and if you're watching this, then you would be an informed individual if we're reaching you here. But if you're looking out for mom or dad, help them do a little bit of homework. Go with them to these hearing evaluation appointments. You will know who is just trying to sell you a hearing aid. Unfortunately, we do also work with the most vulnerable demographic, which are seniors, right? They do fall for scams. They do fall for all sorts of stories. Like I recently had a story with someone that needed a medical consultation with an ENT, and Miracle Ear was trying to sell them a hearing aid. So yes, that does happen. But that does not mean that every provider that charges for hearing evaluation is unethical, or is just trying to sell you, or if you have a pulse, you're a candidate. No. There are people that do go above and beyond. We just do need to do a little bit of homework. I do think that and also, actually, let me take it one step up. We have so many patients that come from ear, nose, and throat practices that are charging for these tests, and the tests are completely incomplete. I'll probably do a post. I probably have that chart tomorrow on my desk. But anyways, I just yesterday received an audiogram that was, while I was training to do this, I was more thorough than the audiologist that did this test. It was it was incomplete in every way, shape, and form. And it came from a doctor of audiology, and they were charged for it, and it was not complete. So also, paying for the hearing evaluation doesn't guarantee quality. So if you are looking for quality, that's what we look for. Someone that follows best practices. Go with mom or dad to their appointments, and that's mainly it. I'm going to sign out. So no disrespect to Dr. Cliff and the providers that when I share stories on this, I'm always showing this is what we do, this is what happened to this patient. So I also think that person doing content, or these people doing content on this is why you should choose me, don't go with the free guy, they're trying to do content, and so no disrespect to those people either, but I do not want people that are watching these things to think if I went to a person that offered free hearing evaluations, I did not get best practices, because both can be true. You can go to someone that does a free initial test and goes above and beyond to help you hear. You can also go to someone that does a free hearing evaluation and you don't have a good experience. You could go to someone that you pay for the hearing evaluation and they didn't do a thorough job, so you didn't get what you paid for. But that is mainly it. Thank you guys for the comments, for sending me messages, whether the podcast, whether professional channels. I appreciate it. I want to keep doing information like this, giving you guys content, staying informed, whether for the provider or the patient. And I love what I get to do every day. So I just wanted to jump on and kind of give you guys that contrast, that different point of view on this hot subject in audiology or in hearing healthcare. So take care, guys.